good, they can still haul things in court and keep them there for a long period of time without, because our court systems are pretty corrupt too. So, all right, there we go. Now, let's go ahead and do the head. I'm gonna put one with a hat and one without a hat. Yeah, most people wear hats in cold weather, but doesn't always mean you have to wear a hat. I wear a cap all the time, so of course maybe that's because of my old bald head. I don't want it to burn or get too cold. It's funny how I had two brothers that had plenty of hair, and I lost all of mine. Well, not all of them. I mean, I have a little bit, but very little. I'm just like my father. I look just exactly like my father did. And my brothers, I guess, got theirs from my mother's side. I don't know. But anyway. All right. Now, we pretty much got, now what I want to do is go ahead and cut in here. I'm just going to cut him some little folds for his buttons. And all I'm doing is doing a V-cut. Okay, just like that. If you take your pencil, kind of look at it there, was you put this in there, put that in there. Just buttons for the coat. Cut a little bit in there, just dig that out. Like I said, the reason, that's what I say about this stuff, you don't want, since you're so close to your hands, stuff like that, you don't want to attempt too much with these type of things if you're not experienced enough as a carver. I just had a chance to go to Branson, Missouri. Had a very nice time. I got to go to Pete Engler's Designs place there, and Mr. Harley, I think it's Schmitten, I believe, and he was there carving, and I got to talk to him for a little while. Very nice man. Just, carvers are extremely nice people, and very nice man. We got to talk a little bit about carving and stuff, so that was a joy. He's a great carver, and he's carving a lot of Santa Clauses for him up there. I try to go to Branson once a year. I like it up there. There we go. There we are. I got some real good response from my video on making videos. I appreciate the comments, the people, and I appreciate all carvers, I do. And like I said, I just don't ever be scared to show your carvings and take some advice, and if you can, join a class, do things like that. Now at this time what we do is we sort of on each side bring the head up where we will have our nose, which will be somewhere about right in here. We cut there and then come up underneath and we cut our nose. Just like that. Then I come from both sides, and I leave the nose larger because I will cut it down. And when you get into the face with a small character, you really have to be careful. Really have to be careful you don't slip and cut yourself, or because you're dealing with a very, very small, delicate area. So I guess all the years you just know how much pressure to put on the knife and things like that. And I think that's the thing. A lot of people just get to the point where they're not sure how much pressure to put, and you can break it. And I'm not worried about the wood. You can replace the wood, but breaking it yourself, in other words. All right, I take and I draw a line across here, down. I don't go to a lot of the shows at Branson and stuff, but I do. I travel by myself, but I do enjoy going there, seeing some carving friends. Just a nice place to visit. Beautiful place. Pete Engler Block is just really, really pretty. Very nice place. Got some beautiful carving. In fact, I believe Harold Enlow was there here a while back, and for a seminar, they were honoring him or something. But I wish I could have gone then and met Mr. Enlow, but I was not able to do that, as I have responsibilities here. That would have been quite a joy to meet this man. But I did see some pictures of, he had a lot of his Dogpatch USA carvings there. I've been doing some reading. I don't know if any of you know it, but supposedly they were supposed to redo Dogpatch USA in Arkansas there and reopen it, and I haven't heard any more about it. I don't know if it's fallen through or whatever, but or if it's just money wise. Okay, here we go. We've got that where we can or money wise or whatever, but it hasn't gone forward a whole lot. Carving the ears. So I don't know if that's going to happen or whatever, but of course everyone that knows about Dogpatch USA, the whole theme or basis of the theme park was on Little Abner, Daisy Mae, and those of you that are older remember Little Abner and Daisy Mae. And I don't know if that is going to take the theme park again, but I know that Mr. Enlow did a lot of carving while he was there. In fact, I don't know, he might have been a part of Dogpatch USA. But someone bought it and I thought was going to try to restore it or something, and I don't know if that happened or not. Just doing the ears here. You've seen me do it 100 times. Okay. Sitting under a tree here. Leaves falling everywhere. So far in Texas, we're doing pretty good as far as weather is concerned. My son in Kentucky says it's supposed to get kind of cold up there with them and nasty. And I just do a few cuts here in the ear. That's why I say you have to really know in miniature work, put very little pressure on things, because you can really break them when you get into stuff that small. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and cut behind here and just have a little bit of baldness on him. I'm kind of getting that. There we go. And I'm going to kind of get this down in here. It's just, I made this knife for small miniatures. It's very small blade, probably a little, about an inch and a quarter, and for small work. But anyway, okay, we've got a lot done now. But we cut that back here. Got his ears done. And now we're going to kind of do the face a little bit. The eyes are just going to be basically cutouts. In other words, when you get this small of a let me cut back on this nose a little bit. Come this way and cut it. And same thing here. But I did have a good time in Branson, and I did enjoy visiting with some people that I knew there and stuff. So now of course I come from the nose here and I cut me a little age line. And cut it just like that. See that right there? I cut me a little age line right there. And then I kind of just move that knife up underneath there to deepen that a little bit. That nose will stick out a little bit more. See that? And I then run my... He would not be very, very happy. Let's put it that way. It's cold. So he would not be, in the sense that, not necessarily what you call sad, but he would not. And I cut and let me just kind of flip this down to give you the lower jaw. There we go. And so everything is looking good now. I know it's hard to see. When basswood is white like this, sometimes it's very hard to see the details, and that's why I wet it a lot of times, so that you can kind of see the detail a little bit more. His eyes will go right into there, and right into there, just like that, see? Let me come forward with this back. And let me bring these shoes in just a little bit. Just kind of looking this over. All right. So there he is. Like I said, he's small. Stands only little over 2 inches. Let me wet him. Now this really, what I'm going to do is, this really upsets a lot of people who see my videos, and I have lapse time. I get up from my seat and I go and I get these things wet so that you can see them a little bit better. And they say, why don't you edit this? Because I don't have to, that's why. Like I said, oh, I need to do something here. You get what, you know, with me, I don't really care. I'm trying to teach you some, I'm gonna make these cuts in here in the arm, kind of give it a little wrinkles. And a figure like this is small anyway, so it's hard to see. I'll be right back. You can look at my chair for a minute. All right. Okay. Now, look at him. See? And he's going to be one of our figures. Now, see how much smaller he is now that I've carved him down. This is going to be one of our figures on the piece right here. And this is going to be our little tiny scene. But look, if you can get a close look at his face and everything like that. Okay? And of course, when he's painted, well, he'll be much more noticeable and stuff. All right. Okay, that's our first figure, and we'll do our next figure when I come back, okay? God bless you now.